Yeah, I'm really proud of the team tonight. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, and you know we've lost some players that are obviously really important to our team, and we just talked all week about being resilient and finding ways to win the game, finding ways to do it as a team. May not be a pretty game or a perfect game, but you know, finding ways to win a football game. Just super proud of the team. All three phases had positive moments. All three phases have things we got to keep getting better at, but you know, you can find joy in the fact that you got 6 more weeks to do that. So just really proud of the team.
This felt like a rivalry game. You know, what Coach Wolf has done, it was a battle. Yeah,
I think you know, anyone that's watched Cal Poly's film, you can see just how much improvement they've made in the last year. And you know, I talked to Coach Wolf before the game. No one's rooting harder for Coach Wolf than me. But you can see, man, their team has gotten a lot better. All three phases. Thought their quarterback played really well. Their defense was stingy tonight. Cody did a great job with them. They got the fake punt. They had the trick play where they threw the, I mean, they just had a lot of things prepared for us. We talked about that last night, like, hey, if you're them, man, you've been waiting for this game. You've been dreaming about this game. And, you know, for us, we got to keep it about us and us playing to our best and not getting emotional and regulating those emotions and trying to find ways to play winning football. And again, I thought, you know, tied 20-20 late in the game and put together some good drives, got some stops, and figured out a way to win it.
Caden Pennick growing up in front of our eyes, isn't he?
Yeah, tonight was his best football game. And I don't know what his stats are, but I really don't care because even when he got Player of the Week, I didn't think he played very well. He grew up tonight. I thought his decision making, he took care of the football, he was very accurate, was great in the run game, getting us into good plays, and then him using his legs and not taking a bunch of hits, but extending plays. And we didn't help him tonight. We had some MAs at wide receiver and tight end and running back, and so a couple times, you know, we screwed it up for him, and he still found ways to keep the drive going. So I thought you got to see really, he took a real big step tonight, and we're going to need, offensively, we're going to have to be productive with the guys we're missing right now on defense. And so I'm super proud of Caden. That was a great Aggie quarterback performance tonight.
So 3 in a row now, 2-0 in conference, a road win, which is always so important, as you say. I feel like you're generating some serious momentum now.
I think the only difference, Bob, is like we're so beat up, and I think right now we're going to take it 1 week at a time and just figure out who's left. Who do we have left after this game? Who do we lose? Figure out if we can find 70 guys that can play in a game and play next week. But we got 3 goals every year. We achieved 1 of them tonight. You know, we kept that trophy, beat the team down south. So that's a huge goal for us. We got 2 more goals to try to accomplish, and man, we got the team to do it. And again, even with the guys out, I trust the guys that are playing. We've built the team with a lot of depth. Trust the coaches. We'll figure out ways to be in these games and compete at a high level. And so I mean, I'm just excited for this team. I want everyone to get home safe, and then you know we'll try and figure out who's available to play next week.
You never take winning for granted because it's so hard. And you're talking about the long drive back, and
yeah.
you savor every ounce of every one of them.
Yeah, I think Coach Soker told me when I was younger, you know, if you're not going to be joyful and happy after winning, then why are we doing this? Like, why are we coaching? You know, so again, like I said, even if it's not the prettiest win, even if we made mistakes, man, you got to find joy in every single moment that you get. And I try to be joyful about the wins, and I try to be really joyful about the losses and what it's going to teach me either way. But man, when you can beat the team down south and keep the trophy, and you got that long drive, feels a lot different.
Talk about the defense. Had some pieces missing tonight, and the defense filled those gaps, and guys stepped up that haven't stepped up yet this year.
I mean, you watch the tape, watch the first play of the game. They hand off inside zone, and Jackson Severs, who's playing for Porter Connors, lights that dude up. And I thought that got the team playing at a high level right off the jump. Cole Batson, what he's meant to our team this year cannot be stated into words. I mean, just the glue of our defense. Now he's playing all those snaps. Jaden Stanley having to bounce back and forth. Tico having to bounce back and forth. Josiah Allen has to go in and field corner for Drew Cofield. Just a lot of different guys filling in. And for us, it's going to be the same stuff, man. We got to figure out ways to get off the field on 3rd and long. You know, they give up a fake punt, which is not the defense's fault. But they didn't stop playing, man. They just kept playing with the things we talked about: be physical, tackle well, be great in situational football, and again, did enough to win the game.
Does that prove that it's a team? You know, there's not one person that makes this team this year. It's the whole group that's getting it done.
I definitely think this is one of the more close teams I've ever been a part of, which is pretty wild with the amount of new guys we have. But you know, we stick to our environment and how we build and develop culture, and the stuff I've been taught from the guys before me, the trust, the unity, and togetherness, and they've been through a lot. Game gets canceled because of lightning at Mercer, right? And then we got to go up to UW and play that game. Okay, then we come home and have to battle back against Utah Tech on the road. We're down by 17 points. Then we come play a rivalry game. We're tied in the fourth quarter. You know, that develops unity, that develops trust, and they have that. So maybe you don't have the Land Larisons or the Rex Connors anymore, but you got a bunch of guys that believe in each other, and they believe in the staff, and that gives you a chance.
So one more tough opponent at home, and then another bye. Good time for the bye.
Great time for a bye week, but we got to tell the team, Bob, we can't be thinking about bye weeks right now. We got a really difficult opponent with a head coach I really respect, program I know really well, and it's homecoming. So, you know, we'll worry about the bye after next week, but we got to figure out what 70 guys we got left to play a football game first.